What's up guys, it's your boy PSGINT here, back with another video, and today we will be going through and predicting the outcomes of these Champions League quarterfinal games that have just been drawn out by Uefa. Sadly, our team, Paris Saint-Germain, is no longer in this competition for the season anymore, being knocked out by Real Madrid, but I'm still a football fan. So let's get straight into it. So the first game to predict, it's Chelsea FC versus Real Madridos. Chelsea, we will talk about them first, have moved on to the quarterfinal stage in the Champions League, winning 2-0 against Lille in the first leg and winning 2-1 away. A bit stressful for them in the beginning, but they got back up and won that game. In Lille, Yilmaz scoring a penalty early on, but Pulisic scoring a very important goal right ahead of first half whistle, and them scoring another goal to win the game as well. So 4-1 an aggregate against Lille, take them to the quarterfinal, and they are coming up against Real Madrid. Chelsea FC have not been at their best in the last months or so, but they have picked up in the Premier League where they left off in the beginning. Players like Reece James coming back and some other players hitting form. They are still without Ben Chilwell, and Lukaku has not been formed as they expected in the beginning of the season, signing him for a big heavy price of 120 million, but they still have some faith in him. Chelsea have a lot more problems outside of the club right now. Abramovich, their owner, being Russian and a very close mate to Vladimir Putin, with all the stuff going on in Ukraine. Chelsea are getting some heavy sanctions, but they are reportedly soon to be bought by the Saudi group organization. I think it's the same that bought Newcastle, so a bit optimism for Chelsea, but right now they are still in this toxic situation. Thomas Tuchel has turned around the team a bit and played very good. But the most important thing with Chelsea, I would say, is they haven't been the best. They haven't been scoring 5, 4, 3 goals every game, but they are winning games. And that's what a mental big team does. They keep on winning games, 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, and that's what Chelsea are doing. Coming back in Lille after all of this stuff that are happening is very important for that team mentally and cohesively as a team. They feel that everyone is against them, but they're still going through that positively. So very good vibes, very good for Chelsea FC. Taking a look at Real Madrid, who progressed against Paris Saint-Germain, making an amazing comeback. Lost 1-0 in the first leg in Paris, but then came back in the second leg, even went down 1-0 in the second leg, so 2-0 in aggregate to Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid scored 3 goals in 20 minutes to get them through to the quarter-final stage. Real Madrid this season have been very good in the Champions League and in La Liga. Players like Karim Benzema, Vinicius Jr., Luka Modric, Eder Militao, and Thibaut Courtois being very important players for them. Now they are in the quarterfinal stage, especially after their game against Paris Saint-Germain. It gives them a lot of motivation, a lot of hunger, and they feel now as a team doing that impossible thing against Paris Saint-Germain will just give them more mental strength that they can beat any team in the world right now. They still have these three-peat players in Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Casemiro, and Karim Benzema and Carvajal. So they have experience, they have youth, and they have hunger in Courtois, Vinicius, Valverde, Furlan Mendy, Eder Militao. These players that want to show up and become legends in the club of Real Madrid. But their main man, Karim Benzema, has been absolutely sensational this season, scoring already over 22 goals in La Liga and being very good in the Champions League, scoring a hat-trick against Paris Saint-Germain. He's the 4th highest top goal scorer in the Champions League, so he will yet again be very important for them. Real Madrid, as we all know, came up against Chelsea last season but lost out. But Real Madrid now have better players, more hungry team, a different manager, different ambitions, whilst Chelsea have declined a bit since last season. But my team to go through from Real Madrid versus Chelsea FC it's Chelsea FC. I really believe that Real Madrid win against Paris Saint-Germain, not just me as a Paris Saint-Germain fan, but the win was more on PSG than on Real Madrid, I would say, and Chelsea wouldn't collapse in that kind of way. Plus, when they met up last season, it was really hard for Real Madrid to go through them, that back line, that Thomas Tuchel back line of 3-5 centre-backs or something. When Thomas Tuchel was at Paris Saint-Germain as well, he won against Real Madrid 3-0 and then drew 2-2. So he knows how to play with them, and that system he plays, it's very hard for Real Madrid to go through. So I believe that Chelsea will go through this game. Predictions of the score will come on later on before the games. Next up, we have Manchester City versus Atletico Madrid. So very interesting tie here. The English champions versus the Spanish champions, or last season's champions. Atletico Madrid not looking that good in the league, while City are top of the league. But let's get more into the teams. So Manchester City, as we all know, bullied Sporting 5-0 away, and then played an easy, casual game 0-0 at home. But the way they played against Sporting will only scare off other teams, and the way they have been playing the Premier League, sitting first on the table, only 1 point ahead of Liverpool FC, but they are another great team. But City are a top team. City have been the most consistent team, I would say, in this season. They have been amazing in the league, amazing in the Champions League, and it will continue like that. Pep Guardiola played against Atletico Madrid when he managed at Bayern München, and they lost out to that Griezmann side. But this is a much different Atletico Madrid. They aren't the team that reached 2 Champions League finals in 3 years. It's a much different team, and they win against United yet again, as the Real Madrid victory against Paris Saint-Germain shows more on their win on United's bad side. City will be therefore very, very, very comfortable against Atletico Madrid, especially if Atletico Madrid park the bus and play very defensive. City will just pass it around until they find that gap. They have been crucially good this season. Some players not hitting that much form, but as I said, City's a team. They have the likes of Cancelo, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Ederson, Rodri, Diaz, who have been all amazing and electrifying this season, and they can always bring in players like Gabriel Jesus, Sterling, and so on. So City looking very strong to this tie. Taking a look at Club Atlético de Madrid, as I said, they had a 1-1 draw at home versus United, and then went on to win 1-0 at Old Trafford thanks to a Lodi goal. They knocked out Mr. Champions League Ronaldo, but I wouldn't say it's that big of a dub. United were horrendous in both games, and it shows, as I said, more that United were shit than Atletico Madrid were good. They just know what to do. They have a manager that has been there for a long time. United are going through still a rebuild. Manager just came in, has been there for like 2 months. New players like Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho. So it's very hard for them to compete against a club like Atletico Madrid. Simeone, this will probably be his last, if not one of his last seasons at the helm at Atletico Madrid. So he will want a beautiful ending. He will really do everything to beat the City side, because that's a big thing on your CV. Beating City isn't that easy. Not a lot of teams can do that and have done that. But in the Champions League, City aren't as strong as they are in the Premier League. Before they got knocked out versus Monaco, versus Lyon, that Liverpool defeat as well. So Atletico Madrid will have hopes. Same with Simeone. Joao Felix will be very important against them, but playing against defenders like Laporte, Stones, Diaz, Walker, Cancelo, it will be very hard for him to do anything special in attack, with most of the Atletico Madrid players will be defending this game. But as I said, it's still an open game, but the winner for me in this tie, it's Manchester City. They will have that. And the thing with City is, if they get a goal, it's not like they will take it easy on Atletico Madrid. They will continue on and finish off the tie in probably the first game. That's how City play, and that's how Atletico Madrid will lose. Next up, we have Bayern München versus Benfica. Robert Lewandowski's team versus Otamendi's team. This is a very good tie. Benfica, so far the underdogs in the tournament against Bayern Munich, one of the monsters, one of the machines in this Champions League. Bayern München qualified versus Salzburg. The first game ending 1-1. A bit disappointing for Bayern München, but then went on to slap them 7-1 at home, 8-2 on aggregate. 8-2 sounds a bit remembrance. Yes, it's that Barcelona win, but Salzburg did it over 2 games, so congrats to them. Bayern München have been a bit inconsistent this season with their new manager, Julian Nagelsmann, but they are slowly getting there. They have had a lot of injury problems this season to players like Alphonso Davies, Niklas Süle, but the players like Channe, Gnabry, Lewandowski, Müller, Neuer, the usuals that step up and make this team an even greater team. They're still sitting top of the Bundesliga with 6 points between them and Dortmund, and in the Champions League group stage they were amazing, beating Barca, beating every team they came up against. They even played Benfica in the group stage, winning both games. So for me, it's not that hard to predict which team will win this. Lewandowski will yet again eye that golden ball, that Ballon d'Or. He did miss out last season, but he will go yet again. That's the hunger in this man's game. He will have the World Cup qualifier soon as well before the game, so that will be a big indication of how much this year means to the Polish international. He's right now the top goal scorer in the Champions League, and with Sebastian Haller out, that place, it's very, very, very easy for him to get players like Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar. All of them are already out. So Lewandowski, this is on you. Taking a look at SL Benfica, who drew the first game against Ajax, 2-2 I believe, and then won 1-0 at the Amsterdam Arena. Ajax don't have the greatest form in Champions League at their home arena. That's where they lost to Tottenham a few seasons ago. That incredible comeback by Lucas Moura scoring a hat-trick, the PSG legend. But Benfica have it. Benfica have such a mental strength from that comeback win, or that big win against Ajax. I mean, Ajax were one of the great teams this season, having Sebastian Haller, who have scored a lot of goals this season in the Champions League, but they still did it. That just shows the cohesion this team, how good they are together, and how much this Champions League means to them. They will continue on to fight and pretty much do everything they can do. They have nothing to lose, they can only win. And I don't think that anyone expected Benfica to reach the quarterfinal stage, especially with them being in a group with FC Barcelona and FC Bayern München. But here they are, still going strong, and that's thanks to their manager, who plays a very non-risky football, but safe football that will get you goals and that will get you clean sheets. Benfica have been playing very, very hard football, not the attacking, not the defensive, just a balanced football team with players like Everton being amazing in this side. So for me, who will go through in this tie? It's very easy to predict, especially with them already playing in the group stage, but I will say it's Bayern München who will go through, the powerhouse of Germany. And the last tie in this, it's Liverpool versus Villarreal. Liverpool, Mohamed Salah, Villarreal, Dan Juma, let's go straight into this. Liverpool FC progressed against Inter Milan, winning the first game 2-0 and then losing at Anfield 1-0. But it didn't mean that much to them because they can keep a 1-0 loss, no problem for them. They weren't scared of conceding that second goal, and they were pretty unlucky, hitting the post, I believe, 3 times that game. They were very good in the group stage as well, winning all 6 of the games in the group of death, and they will just continue on doing so. They had lately a very casual win against Arsenal 2-0, and a lot of players have picked up form like Firmino, but their attack is amazing. Firmino, Mane, Salah, Diaz and Jota. As you all know, Mane, Salah and Jota are the 3 top goal scorers in the Premier League, showing how great that trio is and how great the club of the system of Jurgen Klopp is. And they will feel very happy with the draw. I mean, Villarreal was probably the weakest or second weakest team alongside Benfica. So, as Firmino and Robertson are laughing, it's a very happy side right now in Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp has really taken Liverpool to a very big stage in the league. Only 1 point behind City, and now in the Champions League quarter-final stage. Klopp with Liverpool are a very experienced team in the Champions League. They got knocked out last season, but they will go strongly again. And the Premier League and the Champions League both at the same time will of course be difficult for them, but they have managed to do this before, winning that Champions League at the same time. They got, what was it, 98 points. So this won't be that big of a problem for Liverpool. Taking a look at Villarreal, who advanced through against Juventus, getting a draw in the first game and then battering Juventus at their home ground 3-0. Very good performance from Villarreal, and this side last season won the Europa League and now are in the quarterfinal stages of the Champions League. Very, very good side. They have key players, they have experience, they have young, hungry players as well. It's that combination that works perfect for most football teams. But that win in Turin, as the other wins, it's more on Juventus. They have been dog shit this season, and even signings like Vlahovic, who has been exceptional for Juventus ever since he came on from Fiorentina, but even he couldn't do nothing. Even Dybala couldn't do nothing, and that just shows how bad Juventus are. But let's take a look at Villarreal. I mean, they are a team as Benfica who have literally nothing to lose, only stuff to gain, and we have to applaud the main man. It's Unai Emery. What he has done with Villarreal ever since he has joined Arsenal, at least European-wise, is so great to watch. And he's really amazing at European stage, taking Arsenal to the Europa League final, losing, getting to Villarreal and winning the Europa League with them, showing how he is the manager of the Europa League, beating Manchester United in that final. But I think that he has come too far in the Champions League. This isn't the Europa League. Liverpool, easy winners. They are an experienced team. A lot of them won that Champions League in 2020. So they will just keep on going, whilst they will keep fighting as well in the Premier League. So the 4 teams that will qualify for the semi-final will be Chelsea, Manchester City, Bayern München and Liverpool. 3 English teams and 1 German team, and it also means that Chelsea FC will meet up against Manchester City in the semi-final, a rematch of that final of the Champions League last season, and Liverpool versus Bayern München. Bayern München will try to get revenge on Liverpool, who knocked them out the season they won the Champions League. So this was my Champions League prediction for the latest draws and games that are about to be played. Make sure to like this video, comment down below which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with. Make sure to subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel and put on notifications, as you all know. And as usual, allez, allez, allez Paris!